My name is Kenny. I'm in 9th grade from Houston, Texas, and I'll be reciting the 8 Awakenings. Buddhist disciples at all time, day and night, sincerely recite and bear in mind these 8 truths that causes great people to awaken. First awakening, countries are perilous and fragile. The body is the source of pain, ultimately empty. The 5 skandhas are not the true self. Life and death are a series of transformations, illusionary, unreal, uncontrollable. The intellect is a wellspring of turpitude. The body is a breeding ground of offenses. Investigate and cultivate these 8 truths, gradually break free from birth and death. The second awakening, too much desire brings pain. Birth and death are wearisome ordeals. By lessening desires, we can quickly realize the truth and enjoy peace, freedom, and health in body and mind. The third awakening, our minds are never satisfied or content with enough. The more we obtain, the more we want. Thus, bodhisattvas do not want to make these mistakes. Thus they nurture, thus they cultivate, thus they choose to be content. They nurture the way and cultivate a quiet life and humble surroundings. Their sole occupations, cultivating wisdom. The fourth awakening, idleness and indulgence are the downfall of people. Thus, great people, with unflagging vigor, great people break through their afflictions and baseness. They vanquish and defeat the 4 kinds of demons and escape the prison of the 5 skandhas. The fifth awakening, stupidity and ignorance are the causes of birth and death. Bodhisattvas apply to themselves and deeply appreciate the study and erudition, constantly striving to expand their wisdom and refined eloquence. Nothing brings them better joy than teaching and transforming living beings. The 6 awakenings, suffering and poverty breeds deep resentment towards people. Wealth unevenly distributed causes ill will and conflict among others. Thus, bodhisattvas practice sharing. They treat friends and foe alike. They do not harbor grudges or despise immoral people. The 7th awakening, the 5 desires are the source of offenses and grief. Great people, lady included, are not blinded by worldly pleasures. Thus they aspire to don the 3-piece precept robe and blessing bowl monastery life. Their ultimate ambition is to leave their home life and cultivate the path of impeccable purity. Their virtuous qualities are lofty and sublime. Their attitudes towards creatures are kind and compassionate. The 8th awakening, like a blazing inferno, birth and death are plagued with suffering and afflictions. Thus great people resolve to cultivate the great vehicle to rescue all living beings, to endure hardship on behalf of others, and to lead everyone to ultimate happiness. These are the 8 truths that Buddhas, Bodhisattvas, and great people awaken to. Once awakened, they continue to cultivate the path, steeping themselves in kindness and compassion. Their wisdom will grow. They sailed the Dharma ship across the Nirvana shore and entered the sea of birth and death to rescue all living beings. They used the 8 truths to show the proper course for living beings, causing them to realize the anguish of birth and death. They aspire to forsake all 5 desires and cultivate the mind of the manners of the sages. If you are a Buddhist disciple that recite these 8 truths and ponder its meaning, they will certainly eradicate boundless offenses, advance towards Bodhi, and quickly realize the proper enlightenment. They will be free from birth and death and reside in eternal bliss. Namo Yofa.